no famous name, but I stand tall, 'cause I believe something greater has come alive inside of me. And I have felt the Spirit stirring in my soul, deep in my soul. In my soul, I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I am one, but I'm not alone. When I'm with you, I am home. Side by side, we find the truth. When the Spirit in me needs to save you. And I have felt this fire burning in my soul, deep in my soul. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I know God.
Oh, wow. That was so beautiful. Welcome to this wonderful day. And good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Peninsula. We welcome everyone here with us this morning, including our viewers on the internet. It matters not what the spiritual path or tradition you follow or what communities of culture you are a part of. you are welcome here. My name is Reverend Linda Anson, and I am the service moderator for today. It is our intention that you are inspired by the music. I know I am. Transformed by the messages and celebrated by our community. You are here by divine appointment. So I extend to you an invitation to change your entire life by changing your mind. Please join with me in claiming our mission statement. Thank you, Joe. So you can unmute if you'd like to read along. We enjoy that. So our mission is transformation through spiritual practice, education, service, empowerment, and by living inspired lives. Yes. And joining me in service today is our visiting minister, Kathy Scharmer, and guess what? Her significant other and her husband, John Scharmer, is going to do the insight message. Yay! We get two for many. We love it when you come here. Both of you come here. You give us so much. And thank you.
We come as a set.
Yes. Bookends. And the practitioner of the day is Reverend Alan David Young. The moderator is Reverend Linda Anson. And our tech host today is Joe Beckner. And now we're going to move on to our music number 2, which is I Walk Away by Eddie Watkins Jr.
Every morning, the light keeps getting brighter as I wake up to the truth. And every day, I'm feeling so much lighter, and the world seems fresh and new. Well, I was taught, and the way that I thought stopped serving me long ago. Now I'm learning to trust in the God of all of us. It's just a day I'm letting go. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I walk away. Every day I walk away. Every morning brings a new beginning. By grace another day to be. And I awaken to the sun upon me shining, lighting the way for me to see. Oh, things that I sought and the way that I thought stopped serving me long ago. Now I'm learning to trust in the God of all of us. Each day I start anew, and so I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I walk away. Oh, I'm walking away from the less than that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day I walk away. Every day I walk away. Today is the day I walk away.
Oh, so great. Now I would like to invite our Reverend Alan David Young to take care of us through the affirmation and prayer, opening prayer.
I am worthy and valuable simply because I am. Once again, I am worthy
Worthy
and
and
valuable
valuable
simply because I
as
am.
I am.
And today's opening prayer begins with simply asking you to go within for a moment. Give thanks for this wonderful service. Give thanks for the wonderful message we're about to receive from our wonderful Captain Scharmer. So just put your attention on that quiet place, that place of heart and mind. And take a few deep breaths, centering breaths. Breathe the world into your heart, the whole world, and breathe out peace. Enough of us do that. Just imagine what will happen. Be still for a moment. Like a big redwood tree, and imagine that your roots go for hundreds of miles to connect with the divine. Great Spirit, earth, sky, sun, and sea. You are inside and all around each of us, all the time. When the mind is quiet, we can see, hear, and feel the Great Spirit's broadcast through our intuitive and spiritual nature. I accept that those in our CSL community and those throughout the world are hearing the divine broadcast in some way, and that they are enriched by it as we are enriched by what is spoken to us this morning. And wherever it is spoken, we give thanks for the truth. And I accept that the words we are receiving and about to receive, and let go of those words and thoughts that we no longer need, are happening right now. And I give thanks to the divine for this service. Thanks for the message we're about to receive, which is whole, perfect, and complete, even before a word is spoken. And with a grateful heart, I release these in love and invite you to join me in anchoring this treatment by simply saying, and so it
And
is.
so it is.
So it is.
And I think we have an insight speaker coming up first, and he's going to pass the baton off to Kathy. So John, you got the floor.
Thank you very much, Reverend Allen. Today I'd like to put forth the concept number 26. What is the point and how to make it work? You know, from time to time, I would speak to people about the concepts of CSL. I realize that there is a divine presence in the universe, quoting Ernest Holmes, of my being. Let this recognized flow through my entire consciousness. Let it reach down into my entire being and rejoice in this realization. You know, when I spoke to them of that, people would walk away wondering at what level of the 7 levels of hell had befallen them to get an answer like that. Well, over time, I've come to understand why Jesus spoke in terms his audience would understand. Jesus would say, casting seeds in a fertile field is a lot more productive than casting seeds in weeds and rocks. So how can I speak in today's terms of really of how there's so much more than what we are immersed in on this plane of existence, and really what is beyond what we know that we know to exist. So my goal is to be of value, is to speak in terms that can be understood. Basically how to relate in terms that can be understood by others. Well, I would start my analogy to others as if we were on a cruise ship with many decks, but I was only aware of the deck I was on. There are no doors or windows, so my whole world existed on the deck level I was on. I'm accepting of what that is around me because I'm really not aware of anything else. This is a perfect world for me. Well, more or less. But there are some anomalies I could not explain. There was some side-to-side motions that I couldn't understand, and there were sounds like muffled words that had no meaning. I would ask myself, is there more to this complete world than what I see around me? Basically, how could I know what I do not know? Well, Jesus put forth, seek and you will find. I did notice in the middle of the deck there was 3 steps that led to a blank wall. And standing there I could hear muffled sounds that I could not understand the meaning of, and yet I was drawn there for reasons I could not understand. So how do you know what you do not know? I've heard the whispers of others on my deck that there is something more than what is around me. And of course, I discounted them as irrational concepts, really without merit. And yet there I was, standing at the black wall wondering, is it possible there is more than I can perceive than what is around me? Well, being the curious person I am, I sought to understand others as well as my own research. And from the information I gleaned, I concluded there was something I needed to understand. So with everything that I became aware of, I came to understand that there was something more than what was on this deck I existed on. And really, with a deeper understanding of what is possible, I returned to the stairs, and now I saw on the wall a finger grip that was not there before, and I was able to slide the door open just a bit to avail myself of what was truly there, not just what I thought was there. Well, the above analogy is one that someone at the door of a deeper understanding of consciousness can conceive of, more than what they thought possible, through a story that they can relate to others and allowing a vision of consciousness. Using a cruise ship as an example of how we are stuck in this existence and not aware of, understanding. We need to create a story that allows the people who ask the questions to see the grip on the sliding wall into a deeper understanding of what consciousness is and how to make it workable in their life. Well, Ernest put this in a universal wholeness, seeking the expression at all levels. All we have to do is avail ourselves to the wholeness of consciousness at whatever deck this cruise ship we are on. Thank you.
Thank you, John Scharmer. I'll never do a cruise without thinking about this story. I love it.
Yeah, well, I was on a cruise ship, and I don't understand why they don't do it, but all the decks are the same. The wallpaper, the carpeting, the paint. I would think if I were in charge, I'd say, let's make every deck a little different, a different carpeting for each deck. So you look down. No, this is not my deck. It's orange and not blue. But it doesn't happen. So I have to use my own ingenuity to figure out how to get to where I'm going. Is this forward or aft or stern or whatever it is, and where I'm trying to go? But what I found is at the end of 5 days or so, I get a better understanding of where I am. But now I get to come home and it's all a loss, what I learned. Till the next time, of course. Anyway,
Thank you.
That's where I got this inspiration from.
Thank you so much. And now we are so delighted to introduce Reverend Kathy Scharmer. Yay.
Thank you so much, Reverend Linda, and Alan, and the rest of the CSLP leadership that has invited me back here. I truly, truly enjoy doing these talks at my alma mater. It just warms my heart. So thank you all very much. And welcome to September CSLP. It's a brand new monthly theme from our home office. This month, for the month of September, we get to look at transcendent purpose. Isn't that a great name? It just brings to light all types of different thoughts. And one of the things that came up for me was to look at that definition. What the heck does transcendent mean? It's one of those words that you ask 10 people what it means and you're going to get 10 different definitions. So when I looked it up on Wikipedia, transcendent is defined as beyond or above the range of normal or merely physical human experience. That fits with us, doesn't it? Definitely a definition of metaphysics as well. Surpassing the ordinary, exceptional. So this month, we get to explore transcendent purpose, exceptional purpose, going above and beyond the range of normal in our purpose. So this is beyond what we know today. And purpose is one of those great things that many of us seek out on a spiritual journey. What's the meaning of life? What is mine to do? How do I transcend? How do I go beyond the day-to-day activities to live my life purpose, whatever that is? So let me ask you, how many people really feel that they know what their life purpose is? And just give me a raising of the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. Not bad. Well, normally when I have asked that question, it's crickets, right? You hear nothing but the chirping of crickets. Life purpose, I don't know. I don't know. Don't talk to me about that. I'm still looking for that. And I think many of us truth seekers do. We spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. What's my purpose for being? Why am I here? What is mine to do? And this week, our home office theme is what's the point anyways? What's the point of knowing your purpose? Am I going to not get up in the morning and brush my teeth and have a cup of coffee if I know what my purpose is? Of course not. I'm still going to do that. So what is the purpose of knowing your purpose? Why bother trying to figure it out? Reverend Harriet Hawkins, who is the senior minister of my home center now out in Livermore, once did a talk on purpose. And in it, she said that your purpose will find you. You don't need to do anything other than be open to receiving. Now, over the years, I have to be honest and admit I have not always been open to receiving any message from Spirit, more or less one that's as important as my life purpose. I've realized that my own journey has relied a lot on external stimuli throughout the years. I used to measure who I am by what I've done, by the results. In my corporate life, this was often about the amount of profit on a particular project, or as a project manager, how close to the original timeline I actually came in on a given project. Reverend Abigail Scher, who is the founder of CSLP, used to joke with me that ministers can measure the success of their Sunday talks by how many people had tears in their eyes at the end of it. It's about opening, right? When we are moved so deeply that tears come into our eyes, it means that that message has resonated with us at that deeper level that we just can't keep inside. It has to come out some way. I call them God tears. When there's just too much inside and they come out, with a quivery voice and a little bit of moisture on my cheeks. But my purpose and yours in life is not about these external events, even if it is as meaningful as seeing somebody deeply moved by an inspirational message. My purpose and yours, wait for it, is just to experience life. Period. Neil Donald Walsh, who's the author of the Conversations with God series of books, says, life is pointless, and that is God's greatest gift. We don't need to find our purpose any more than we need to find God. God was never lost, and neither is our purpose in life. Our purpose is to live life fully, authentically, being everything that we can be, letting go of what society expects us to be, what our parents, with the best of intentions, taught us, what our own careers and education have reinforced. These external lessons often related to fitting in, not rocking the boat, adhering to the rules of society that may or may not align with our own personal values. Just ask any transgender person about that one. Our life purpose is an internal journey, not an external destination. Let me say that one again. Your life purpose is an internal journey, not an external destination. None of us will ever arrive at life's purpose, for our purpose already exists deep inside us. We heard during Reverend Allen's meditation today of coming home to the heart, for that's where God shows up. We all need to experience the letting go of controlling our outer lives so that those inner lives can emerge into the fullest expression of ourselves. Ernest Holmes is our founder, in his writing called Lessons in Spiritual Mind Healing, says, in expressing more life, we are expressing a greater degree of infiniteness of the spirit. We are more completely personifying it. This is the real purpose and meaning of existence. It's the nature of spirit to express through us, not in limitation, fear, or want, but in freedom. I don't know about any of you, but I've spent way too many years of my life operating through limitation, through fear. Am I good enough? What if? And to let that go, to live in freedom, is the essence of living a spiritual life. By acknowledging that there's no grand singular purpose dictated by an external force, we are free to choose our own paths and to create meaningful lives. This perspective fosters self-compassion and a deep sense of belonging as we recognize that every experience, relationship, and moment is an opportunity for spiritual growth and expression. The realization that we're valuable simply because we exist empowers us to live with confidence, love, a sense of interconnectedness with all of life that reflects the divine nature within us and within the universe. And it all starts by letting go of the external, honoring that God within. Come home to your heart. This was driven home to me many years ago when I was trying to juggle too many things, which happened to be the norm for me, trying to control my external environment. Again, that was my go-to place. And this became at the cost of my own internal peace of mind. Now, I've told this story before, but it really does bear repeating since for me this was one of the epiphanies of letting go and letting God be God. Now, this was back in the day when I was president of the board with CSLP, as well as being in ministerial school and working full time with 50, 60-hour work weeks on average. One particular November weekend, I was absolute overload. I had just flown back from a business trip in Stockholm, Sweden, which is 20 hours there and 20 hours back, once a week for like a year that I did that every month. And while I was in Sweden, I had picked up a new project that would normally take me about a month to complete, and I was given a week to have it done. I also had a major 20-page paper due that Monday for ministerial school, and in the month of November is when spiritual centers start their planning for the holidays. Add to all of that, the Scharmer clan has 3 birthdays in the month of November. I was at my wit's end, and I still felt obliged to come to service that Sunday, even though I just made the 20-hour flight on a Saturday. This was way before Zoom calls were widely accepted. So one of the people in our community was going to launch a pledge drive for the coming year and asked me to introduce her, which is my role as a board president, was very, very reasonable request. I started to cry. I could not take on one more thing. And it was in that moment of total surrender that I finally got it. I didn't have to take on one more thing. All I had to do was to give it to God. And I did. I didn't have any other choice, right? I was just at my full capacity and could not take on something as simple as saying, and now to announce our pledge drive is. Couldn't do that. Once I made that decision to just let go and let God, miracles started to happen. The very next day, when that 20-page paper was due, an email came out that said the school was experiencing technical difficulties and the paper would now be delayed. The due date would be pushed out a week. Thank God, literally. The major project that I had to do in 1 week that would normally have taken me 1 month got delayed because somebody else that I was dependent on also could not meet such an aggressive timeline. Again, Thank God. And of the birthdays, the 3 birthdays in our family, 2 of them decided to celebrate out of town. So there was no events that I needed to work on, plan, or even attend for 2 of the 3 birthdays. Again, thank God. I was able to easily and effortlessly work on the things that were important to me, like how the holidays were going to be managed for CSLP. And it was at that moment in time that I truly got the power in my life when I stopped trying to control. It's not about me. It's about this universal energy that exists for all of us. But it can't come in if I don't let it. If I don't consciously open myself to receiving, then I'm going to stay stuck in the exact same rut that I'd been in all of my life. And this same lesson of receiving holds true when seeking out life's purpose. God's got it. I don't need to find anything. The purpose of life is to live. And to make that life be a representation of my authenticity, my spirit within, my God within. Seeking the purpose of living as life itself aligns us with the natural rhythms of the world around us. It invites us to harmonize with the environment, understand our interconnectedness with other beings, and contribute positively to the ecosystem that we inhabit. By focusing on the intrinsic value of life, we foster a sense of contentment and fulfillment that arises from within, rather than those external achievements or material possessions. This perspective nurtures a mindset of gratitude, of mindfulness, of compassion, promoting a holistic and balanced approach to living, where every breath, every interaction, every moment is treasured as a vital part of the larger tapestry of life. Each of us gets to choose our life's purpose. We can't choose wrong. Isn't that a relief? There are no mistakes with God. And our own God within knows this inherent truth. Each decision and direction that we take contributes to our growth and self-discovery. Mistakes and detours, they're not failures. They're integral parts of our journey, offering lessons and experiences that shape who we are. By embracing this understanding, we release the pressure of living up to an external standard or fear of making that wrong choice. Instead, we get to focus on what resonates within, what brings us joy and fulfillment. I tell you, once I made this shift, life just lightened up, right? The worries that I had, the what ifs, the, trying to control, right? Instead of just giving it up to God. So when each of us do that, when we have that perspective of God's got it, it fosters resilience, adaptability, and a deep sense of personal empowerment, affirming that our purpose is a dynamic, evolving expression of our authentic selves. So let's just stop and think about that for a moment. If we get to choose our life purpose, and we can't choose wrong, think about the power that you have over your own destiny. For you are indeed powerful beings. And because there's no grand purpose, the overall purpose of living is life itself. Doesn't it stand to reason that we are inherently valuable and worthy simply because we exist? Our affirmation today was just so beautifully stated. I am worthy and valuable simply because I am. It's not about those achievements that I used to measure myself by in my corporate days, or the status that society placed on any of my external achievements. By understanding that life's purpose is to be fully present and engaged in the experience of living, we realize that our existence alone is a testament to our intrinsic value. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment we share with the world affirms our worth. This recognition encourages us to self-compassion and self-acceptance, knowing that we are enough just as we are and just as we are not. You know, by valuing life for its own sake, we recognize that every individual, including ourselves, holds a unique place in the tapestry of existence. Our present contributes to the richness and diversity of the world. This understanding fosters a profound respect for ourselves and for others, emphasizing that our value is not earned, it's inherent. It reminds us that we are part of that grand interconnected web of life, each one of us playing a crucial role simply by being. This realization allows us to live with confidence, with a sense of belonging, affirming that we are worthy of love, of respect, of fulfillment, merely by virtue of our existence. So now what, you may ask? What's the point anyways? If any of you are all like me, you've spent a bit of time in your life wondering why you were put here at this time in this place, wondering what the meaning of it all is, wondering what difference you make in this great world we live in. Some of you may recall a story of the little boy that was out on the beach after a storm, throwing all of the starfish that had washed ashore back in the water. An old fisherman comes up to him, sees the beach covered with starfish, and goes up to him and says, "There's no way that you're going to throw all of these starfish back in the ocean. Why bother? What difference does it make anyways?" Little boy looks up at the fisherman, doesn't say a word, reaches down, picks up another starfish, throws it out into the ocean, tells the fisherman. It made a difference to that one. We all have this ability to make a difference in others' lives just by living our own life filled with authenticity, allowing Spirit to guide us to be the person that we were born to be, to receive that impress of Spirit, to not be the person that was molded by society rules, or the one steeped in fear of not being good enough, but the divine being that we are, filled with Spirit, living our lives knowing that each and every action we take makes a difference to someone. Be that person you were born to be. Love yourself like no other. Live your life on purpose. You are someone. Let us pray. And as we take this moment to listen to the silence, to know the God within, the power within, the part of our being that is real and true, authentically spiritual. This is our birthright to live this beautifully divine life, to know God at the deepest levels of our soul, to be able to go within and disregard any of society's rules and listen to our heart, listen to what we know to be right, listen to our purpose of existence, which is living this holy life, living this sacred life, being who we were brought up to be, without fear, without limitation, uniting our soul with the oneness of the world, the interconnectedness of life. Oh, this beautiful, beautiful world that I live in is all God. And so I take this moment to just say, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Infinite One. Thank you, Beloved. And as I feel this gratitude just deep in my heart, I truly let go and let God, allowing this divine presence to operate in my life, through my life, as my life. And I invite each of you to help me affirm these words by joining me as we say together, and so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. Simply wonderful.
Don't trouble the water. Leave it alone. Why don't you let it be? Still waters run deep. take your part. Oh, when darkness comes, and the angels won't hurry, like a breeze over troubled water. I will lay me down like a breeze over troubled water. I will lay me down. No, 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 you got to leave it alone. Why don't you let it be? Still water from me. Yes, they do. Oh, yeah. Sail, my girl. You gonna have to sail right on back, 'cause your time has come to shine, for all of your dreams are on their way. Seeing how they shine. Woo! If you ever need a breeze, look around outside and right behind, like a breeze over troubled water. I will ease your mind like a breeze over troubled water. I will ease your mind. You got to leave alone. Why don't you? Why don't you let it be? Still water. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't come over water, no, no. Yeah, leave it alone, leave it alone. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah. They run deep, yes they do. Oh, yeah. If you only believe.
So we are about to do our intentional giving, and we know that that is how we all love and receive, is through our giving and receiving. And at this point, it is an opportunity for you to give thanks in the way that you were touched today by these talks, by the music, by all of us coming together. And there are several different ways that you can give. And that one is through the donate button on our website. From your PayPal account, we're learning that one is a little problematic. We sort of prefer you not use that one. Zelle is really handy. Zelle from your bank to CSL Peninsula at gmail.com. or the old snail mail, or when in person, handing it to the minister. And we have lots of different projects coming up and going on that will work wonders for. And now, Reverend Allen, the giving affirmation and the blessing.
Sure. I bless this gift with all my love. As I give, I embody prosperity and abundance, knowing I am fully supported by the universe. This is a symbol of my love and gratitude. It does great work in the world and returns to me easily, effortlessly, and often.
And the blessing of the tithes and offerings.
No music, no music. Join me for one moment in the blessing of the tithes and offerings. I give thanks for these tithes. Thanks for the blessings that are bestowed upon us this morning, knowing that there's not one spot, not one where God is not. There's not one spot where money is not, where goodness is not. It's everywhere. Seen or unseen, it's everywhere. Thanks to the law of circulation, whatever we give in good faith, goodness we give returns to us multiplied, pressed down, and running over in body, mind, and spirit. With a grateful heart, I give thanks for what has been given this morning. Thanks for this service. Thanks for everything and everything, every no thing. And I invite you to anchor this treatment with me by simply saying, thank you, God, and so it is.
I am great, I promise. Thank you. I am great to keep my heart. I am great with every breath. Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you. I am great, I promise. Thank you. I am great to keep my heart. I am great with every breath. Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you. I am great, I promise. So blessed. I am great to keep my heart. So blessed. I am great with every breath. So blessed. I'm grateful. Thank you. I am great, I promise. So
It's so sweet. I love that. So now we are going to talk about announcements. So one of the announcements is next Sunday, we will have an in-person gathering. It will be a bit of a slimmer crew because several of us are going to Napa to see being installed that day, Carmina. And so several of us are going to see that in both languages. And Reverend Teresa will be doing the talk next week. And we will have help from Susan as the practitioner, I believe. And Greg will be there as the guide. I'm going to call him the guide.
Okay, both different.
Oh, the opposite. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So, yeah. So anyway, please come. And if you are interested in going to Napa, can talk to me about that. And it will be kind of an all-day thing. It takes a little while to get there, and there'll be two different services with a meal in between. if you wanted to do the whole day. And so that's one thing going on and coming up. And we will have our normal spiritual hangout today. And we ask that it's going to be on the same Zoom account. So you can just take, let's see, how much time, Rev?
Well, 15 minutes should be enough to refresh yourself and
Okay,
join us
so
again.
about 11:20, hopefully.
Oh. Mhm.
Oh, okay. So about 11:20, we'll come back. Hopefully you can all join us. And hopefully Kathy and John will be there so we can give them all the compliments that they deserve. And I'd love to tell you how I feel that talk reminded me so much of you and I playing in Banff and learning and just being. So I was right there, and the tears were coming. Any other announcements? Any birthdays going on? We won't have you go, Kathy.
Benito birthday.
Benito's birthday.
Yeah,
And what date?
10th, September
Oh,
10th.
okay. Happy birthday to Benito on the 10th. Okay, anything else? It's been a wonderful, wonderful day. I know I enjoyed it. I received a message right before we started that my mother has taken another fall. And so I will go into the hangout just for a few minutes, and then I'll have to take myself over there to her. Okay, so
That's
no other
good.
comments?
Did you want me to do the benediction, Linda?
Of course.
Oh, yes, sorry, of course. Reverend Kathy, would you please do the wonderful benediction?
No. Oh, take a beautiful laughter breath. Just breathing in this service. The music, the fellowship, the insight, the message. Feeling that God within you. The part of you that has no fear, has no pain, has no sorrow. This is what our Sunday services are all about, is to bring up the divine within you, the real you, the authentic you. Letting you be all that you can be. Leaving our Sunday service refreshed, renewed, ready to take on whatever life's challenges throw at you. Be it a mom who has fallen down, financial woes, work woes. God's got it all. All we need to do in our humanness is to let go. Let go and let God. Let God be God and do what God does. This is the power that's created the very universe we live in. How could we even think that it could not solve some of the things that occur in our human lives? And of course it can. With God, all things are possible. So I say thank you, Spirit, as I wish each and every one of you a beautiful day ahead of you, beautiful week ahead of you until we meet again next week. So with gratitude in my heart, I do let go and let God, and invite you all to join me as we say together, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you. Okay, we'll see you shortly.
Bye all.
And if you can't make it, Kathy, that's also okay.
I'll be in there.
Okay.
I'll be there.